Tensions between police and communities reach an alarming high across the nation, with incidents in Ferguson, Baltimore, and South Carolina. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch focusing on a goal to bridge the growing gap. Today, she spoke to the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives here in Indianapolis, urging them to make an effort to engage and build trust.
Bolstering the trust where these relationships have frayed is one of my top priorities as Attorney General.
Trust, respect, and engagement, key elements U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch says are necessary to rebuild the disconnect between police and their communities.
And we all know in such a diverse nation, such a complex racial history, communities of color all too often feel like the targets rather than the beneficiaries of law enforcement.
The fraying relationship highlighted by specific targets across the nation: Freddie Gray in Baltimore, Michael Brown in Ferguson, and Walter Scott in South Carolina.
All too often, these deeply rooted tensions, these anxieties, the mistrust, is allowed to fester until they erupt so violently.
Acknowledging the high tensions, Lynch applauding the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives for their leadership in making change and sharing good news of progress being made elsewhere.
Last September, we launched the National Initiative for Building Community Trust and Justice, which is investing in training, advancing evidence-based strategies, spurring policy developments, and supporting the research that we know will promote credibility, it will enhance procedural justice, reduce implicit bias, and drive racial reconciliation.
Lynch is touring the nation, observing programs where police work closely with the community. Indianapolis Police Chief Rick Height says Lynch's encouraging words are a good sign.
I'm glad to hear we're making progress. I'm glad to hear her say that coming on with new eyes and new approaches. I'm glad to hear her say that we are starting to have the conversations as necessary and turning the corner.
Lynch will continue on a national community policing tour, visiting cities to see the positive impacts of police and community engagement. Her next stops include Richmond and Seattle.